Hello friends, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the discrete or digital input-output modules. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the analog input-output modules. So in earlier PLCs were limited to discrete input-output interface only, which allowed only on and off type devices to be connected, such as your switches, different types of sensors that will give you only two states output, that may be on or that may be off. The limitation means that the PLC could have only partial control on many process application. Today, however, a complete range of both discrete and analog interfaces are available that will allow controller to be applied to practically any type of control process. Discrete devices are inputs and outputs that have only two states, that is on and off. Analog devices are input and outputs that have infinite number of states. Normally, not only can these devices can be on and off, but they can also be barely on, almost totally on, not quite off, and so on. These devices send and receive complex signal to and from a PLC. Can I take a single example? Say I have a switch and I have a lamp. Okay, so when I will on the switch, the lamp is on. When I will off the switch, the lamp is off. Okay, so this is the digital or discrete type of input output module. My input is your switch, which has two state on and off. My output is your lamp, which has two state on and off. Now we'll take a second example. In second example, we will consider a fan and a regulator. Now a fan is a analog output device we will consider for temporary, and regulator is an analog input device temporary we are going to consider. Now with the help of regulator we have multiple steps of output. Say when my regulator is of position 0, the fan is off. When my regulator is at position 5, the fan is on with the full speed. But in between 0 and 5 there are number of steps, 1 2 3 4, like this. At these steps the output of the fan will be vary. Okay, so in case of analog output module, the output devices has multiple states. Okay, so as we have discussed in the case of fan, so I can, by changing the position of regulators, I can change the output of the fan over the period of time. The same thing is in case of your wall also. Say for your tap, okay, if you want to take the water, normally you have the tap, so the tap has multiple positions. The tap may be completely on or it may be completely off, but in between if I want to take the water with the lower quantity, so I will partially open it, okay, or completely open it. So I have n number of options available over there. Analog input interface contain circuitry necessary for accepting analog signal, analog voltage or current signal from analog field devices. These inputs are converted an analog to digital value by analog to digital converter. Basically, even though signals are analog, but my PLC does not understand the analog signal. It will understand only digital signals, that is zeros and one. So first I have to convert the analog signal into digital signal, and for that purpose I have to use ADC. The conversion value, which is proportional to the analog signal, is expressed as a 12-bit binary or a 3-digit binary coded decimal for use by the processor. Whatever the analog value is there, that analog value is converted into 12-bit number. Okay, or it may be a 3-digit BCD number, binary coded decimal number. So binary coded decimal number is a combination of 4-bit number. So in that way we will convert analog signal into the digital signal, and which is given to the processor for processing purpose. Analog input sensing devices include temperature, light, speed, pressure, position transducer. So in industry, process industry, mostly we are going to use temperature, pressure, speed and position transducer. So mostly we are going to consider the temperature. Temperature value does not vary from 0 to 1, or at this moment the temperature is 0. At the next moment temperature does not 100 degrees centigrade, temperature will gradually increases. ओके, जसं या मोमेंटला टेम्परेचर आहे 0 डिग्री आणि लगेच दुसऱ्या मोमेंटला 100 डिग्री होणार नाही. टेम्परेचरचा चेंज कसा होणार आहे 0. सपोज यू आर रायडिंग द बाईक, तुम्ही बाईक चालवता, बाईकचा स्पीड आहे 0, तुम्ही स्टार्ट केली बाईक आणि 0 पासून लगेच ते 100 किलोमीटर किंवा 60 किलोमीटरला नाही जात. ती कशी जातं 0, 5, 10 मल्टी गॉन gradually it will increase. So analog signal will gradually increases or gradually decreases. Even if you want to stop the bike, your bike does not become directly stop even though you are disconnected the supply. It will speed will reduces. Similarly फॅनचं स्विच ऑफ केल्यानंतर फॅन लगेच बंद होत नाही, फॅन बंद होण्याकरता थोडा वेळ लागतो. सो ॲनालॉग इनपुट आउटपुट डिव्हाइसेस जे असतात ज्याच्यामध्ये ग्रॅज्युअली त्या स्टेटपासनं रेस्टपर्यंत किंवा रेस्टपासनं फायनल स्टेटपर्यंत जातो. ओके, if I am going to connect now, typical analog input signals will vary from 0 to 20 milliampere and 4 to 20 milliampere. Okay, so normally we are going to use the analog signals in this range 0 to 20 milliampere, 4 to 20 milliampere, or it may be 0 to 10 volt. Now if I want to connect the certain device, say we are going to connect a temperature sensor over here, a thermocouple over here, so I need to connect it with IN 0, IN 0, IN 0. So for each there are two terminals and this is the common terminal to which I have to connect. Okay, so this is the terminal box to which I am going to connect. These are the status LEDs which will indicate whether the input is coming or not for input purpose as well as for output purpose, and this is the power status indicating. Now if I want to connect a sensor to this one, how you are going to, a typical analog input sensor interface module, we are going to connect a thermocouple, a varying DC voltage in millivolt range proportional to the temperature being monitored is produced by the thermocouple. What the thermocouple will do? The thermocouple will produces the DC voltage, varying DC voltage with respect to the temperature. This voltage is amplified and digitized by the analog module and then sent to the processor. Now whatever the temperature is sensed by the thermocouple is converted into the digital value by ADC, analog to digital converter, and then it is sent to the processor on the command board program instruction. Because of the low voltage level of the output signal, because of the low voltage level of the input signal, here the input signal level is less, a shielded cable is used in the wiring of the circuit to reduce the unwanted electrical noise signal that can be induced in the conductor from other wiring. So for that purpose, as the analog signal strength is very less, weak, so we are going to use the shielded cable to avoid the interference, electrical interference of the other circuitry which are near to it. This noise can cause temporary operating error and that can lead to the hazardous or unexpected machine operation. There are two basic types of analog input module available in the market. One is current sensing module and second one is called as the voltage sensing module. So in market we will get the two types of analog input module based on the type of sensing. If it is current sensing, then its value may be 4 to 20 milliampere, and if it is a voltage sensing module, its value will range from 0 to 10 volts. The voltage input modules are available in two types, unipolar and bipolar. Again the voltage input modules are available in two types, one is unipolar and second is bipolar. Unipolar modules can accept only one polarity for input. Okay, in case of unipolar, you need to connect only single wire. If the applications require a card to measure 0 to 10 volt, a unidirectional card would be used. The bipolar will accept input of positive as well as negative polarity. For example, if the application produces a voltage between minus 10 volt to plus 10 volt, the bidirectional input card should be used because the measure voltage could be negative or it may be positive. Current input modules are normally designed to measure the current in the range of 4 to 20 milliampere range. The analog output interface module receives the signal from the processor, which are converted into proportional voltage or current to control the analog field devices. Now if I'm going to use, say here This is my input module. The input module analog input is converted into the digital signal by ADC, and this digital signal is given to the processor. Similarly, the processor processes the data, and as per your program it will give you the data, but this signal is digital signal, and this meter is my analog device. So I need to convert DAC, digital to analog converter, at the output side. This digital to analog convert will convert digital signal into analog signal and gives to the field devices which is to be controlled. The digital data is passed through the digital to analog converter circuit to produce the necessary analog form. Analog output devices include, what are the analog output devices? That may be small motor, wall, analog meters. Okay, now the use of I/O modules in typical PLC control system. In these applications, PLC control the amount of fluid placed in, say we are going to consider one applications over here. Now what is these applications? We are going to measure the level of the fluid or level of certain material or fluid over here, liquid over here. Now a level sensor is also analog type. The analog signal is given by the level sensor, which is given to the PLC. This is the input module and this is the output module of the PLC, and level sensor is connected to the input and wall is connected to the output. Both signals are analog signal. Now in this application, PLC controls the amount of fluid placed in the holding tank by adjusting the percentage of the wall opening. So it will maintain the level by adjusting the position of this wall. This wall is initially open 100%. As the fluid level in the tank approaches preset point, the processor modifies the output, which adjusts the wall to maintain the set point. Okay, now this wall here in my applications, this is the holding tank or this is the storage tank in which there certain liquid is there. Now this liquid level is maintained at this value. So when initially the tank is completely empty, so I have 100% open the wall, the water is coming over here, the liquid will get on placing. Now this is my set point. At this point the wall should be closed. So what you are going to do, as the point reaches, I am going to change the position of the wall from 100% on to 50, 60, 80, 90, 80, 70, 60, 20, 10 and 0. Once the level will reach over here, again if the water level will somewhat decreases, when then we are partially opening the wall. We are not completely opening the wall, we will open the wall partially based on the level sensor's input level. Okay, so this is the basic working of your analog input module.